Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to show some cards that I have recently picked up through the mail over the last week or two. To be honest, some of these have been sitting around for a while and I'm not exactly sure what's in all of them, but we're going to check them out. Most of these are eBay purchases or breaks that I bought into. I don't believe any of the break packages are going to have anything too crazy, but we'll go ahead and take a look inside because, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what's in all of these either. One of them that I already opened a couple weeks ago, I made a trade with a fellow commenter or subscriber, I guess, who was looking for some Boston cards, the Rafael Devers 1952 card from Series 1 Topps. So he reached out to me, sent me an email, and we worked out a trade for some Rafael Devers and Alex Verdugo cards for these two Kansas City Royals cards that he had found in Series 1. So I appreciate that. And I think this first package in the very, very bright and metallic looking almost bubble mailer is also from a break where I think I bought in for the Royals and didn't end up with anything too crazy. And yes, that is what I have here. So I won't go through these cards in too much detail because not many people are going to care too much about Series 1 Kansas City Royals cards. But I did purchase in, I can't exactly remember. It was an entire hobby box. It was retail. I got a silver or rainbow foil there of Ian Kennedy, who's actually doing really well for the Texas Rangers. I couldn't believe, well, I could believe it because Ian Kennedy is not a horrible pitcher, but he had a bad year last year, and he signed on, I think, with a minor league contract for Texas and has actually been very good in their bullpen. And there's Nick Heath, who the Royals designated for assignment and then ended up trading to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And there is probably the best rookie for the Royals this year, Brady Singer, who has been doing okay, not the greatest, but not the worst. Had a really good outing in his most recent pitching appearance. So this package, man, I wish I could tell you the journey that this package went on. If you remember in my last mail day video, I showed you these two cards, the Carl Erskine cards that I picked up off of eBay, the 1952, and I think this might be, I don't know, 1954 Bowman designs. There was actually a third card that I purchased from the same person, and now this person was mailing them all separately, but for some reason, those two first cards showed up, you know, kind of at the normal amount of time you would expect, but this third one just got held up somehow. I have no idea what happened, but this third card just took forever. It was almost a month. I was about a day or two away because I could track the shipping and it was like just stuck in California and there was no updates since then. And I thought something had happened with the post office or maybe it had been lost or somehow, I don't know, put on the wrong shipment or something because there were never any updates. And then it finally, like I had legit opened a, not a complaint, but I had opened a message to the seller and I was about ready to type something to either ask for a refund or figure out what was going on. Whenever it finally made its way to an update, and it is this, the Vic Lombardi card from 1951 Bowman. Now, I am not, you know, the biggest fan of Vic Lombardi specifically, but I just saw that this card was up there, and I was looking to kind of just add some these old vintage cards. I don't have any of these 1950s Topps and Bowman cards, and so it was just a couple bucks. It's got a big crease in the middle of it. I don't know if you can see it right there on the camera, right there, kind of right across the middle of it. But it was just a card that I had no idea what was going on with it because the tracking just had never updated. But it finally showed up. It took about a month, but it is here. Okay, this third package, I can't remember what this is. This is the one that I don't know what it is. I will be real. I have no idea what's in here. We'll go ahead and take a look onto this one. Okay, looks like we have a... I did not buy the World Series Champions card, I can tell you that. That's a card they're just using as protection. They've taped it down. Someone's obviously not that big of a fan of the Boston Red Sox or Ryan Braun, apparently. There is a masking, not even masking, just transparent tape. You know, I don't know exactly why some people package cards the way that they do. I'm not going to hate on this person by any means, but this is an interesting development in how you're packing your cards. You know, I guess whatever it takes to get the job done. But man, this is going to be annoying to try to peel off all this tape. By all means, go for the painter's tape. If I could throw that out there as a recommendation, this transparent tape is not enjoyable to have to peel off. So if you're ever selling something on the internet, or just even where you're mailing a package, go with the painter's tape. Sure, does it cost $1 or $2 more? Maybe, but trust me, man, it is worth it, because this is, wow, quite tedious. I don't even know what card is in here, and I got to get through all this nonsense. Oh, okay, now I know what it is. All right, this isn't a card that I was like specifically seeking out, but it just so happened that this card, maybe I can just kind of slice through it here with my scissors. There you go. This card just happened to be on eBay. I was just kind of glancing at it, and it is the Top Series 1 short print of Hank Aaron. And I thought, you know, what other guy would I more likely be more just excited to have, especially this year with his passing. I figured this was an appropriate card to try to pick up, and I can't remember the price, but it was pretty favorable price. And so I went ahead and threw in a bid, and it actually won. So I picked up this Series 1 kind of short print, photo variation, whatever you want to call it, of Hank Aaron. And that is the card that was hiding behind all that masking tape. I'll worry about dismantling all that at another time. And then the last package, this one actually came in today. And I know which one this one is. I picked up this card over the weekend, and those of you who've been watching my channel for a while will probably not be surprised when you see what this is. I'll go ahead and get the invoice out of there. It is the Bobby Witt Jr. 2020 Bowman, first Bowman Chrome. I have kind of been eyeing the Bobby Witt cards just because they dipped a little bit after he got, you know, the unfortunate news that he wasn't starting the season with the big league roster. And so his cards had shot up quite a bit. They're starting to fall just a smidge, not very much. They're not down to the levels that they were at before spring training. But any chance I get to get a Bobby Witt card at a decent price, I think this was actually closer to $20 instead of $15. But I did pick up this Bobby Witt Jr. card. Obviously, with Bowman last year, the centering was a major issue. This one looks like it's in good shape, and just from the naked eye, looks like the centering isn't too big of an issue. So I know I have other versions of this card, but I figured I would go ahead and pick this up as it was a nice price. And if he does eventually get called up to the major leagues at some point this year, I feel like those cards could eventually, you know, increase to a point where maybe they'd be a little bit out of my price range. So while they're still in my price range, I went ahead and picked up another copy of it. I don't even know how many copies of it I have, just a handful. But there you have it, guys. Made a couple trades, bought into a break. Didn't hit it big with the Royals, but that's okay. Picked up a cool Hank Aaron, a nice vintage card that was lost in California, or somewhere between California and Missouri, for about 3 weeks. And then the Bobby Witt Jr. to round out this episode of Mail Day. So thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate everybody's viewership and your support. Feel free to enter my 1,250 subscriber giveaway. If you haven't watched that video, I posted it yesterday. Go ahead and check that out and see what you need to do to be a person who's entered into that drawing. And I will catch you in another video later. See ya.